What's up, everybody? MasterBoris is back with a new video. Chicken nuggets with some hot sauce on the combos. Wanna, clarify something, what I'm saying, regarding to the Sony 30-day DRM stuff. Sony just gave us an update, day before yesterday? Or some of y'all probably got it today, because y'all ain't play y'all PS5s in a while. But, gonna set some things straight here. So, new information about that. Somewhat of a, I would say a false alarm. So I'm gonna read this to y'all real quick. Shout outs to Antonio for sending me this about the whole Sony PlayStation DRM thing. So a reset error user Andrew and now confirmed by Does It Play appears to figure out what's going on with PlayStation's DRM. The good news is only a temporary DRM, not permanent. Here's how it works. When you buy a digital game, you are issued a temporary 30-day license for offline play. This license automatically transitions to a permanent license that will be free from future online check-ins anytime you connect after the 15th day of ownership, just after the 14-day refund window. But if you have to log in or be connected to the internet for it to switch, you would not lose the license to the game if you don't connect within or after the 30-day temporary license window. But you will be unable to play the game after 30 days. Till you do, after which it'll turn into an indefinite DRM-free license. Previously, you will be given an indefinite offline play license from the get-go. So why did they implement this? It's possible people find an exploit where they can grab the infinite license file for a game using an exploitable console, then refund the purchase so they got the game for free. Hence, Sony's current method for mitigating said issue is by the time limiting the initial license issued. By ensuing a temporary license during a refund window, users can no longer pirate a permanent license and simply refund the game. As long as you log in any time a day after the 40-day window refund of the digital game purchase, it will return to a permanent DRM-free digital license. At least this is what these two users have investigated and concluded. And then they got the links for it. Okay? Yeah. So this is what is going on. There was people that was cracking the Nevo, try to get a refund back so they can get the games for free. That's what's going on. That's why Sony put out that update. They're trying to stop piracy. And you Western gamers, well, we don't know who did it, who was the ones that were doing this practice. It's being exposed. I was about to tear Sony a new one for this DRM when I got the news, what that update was about. But now seeing and reading all of this information that was given to me, it seems like that is the way to go about it. But what I said on my latest short video still stands. Okay? You still need to be alert and be mindful of what's going on out here. And whatever these mega corporations are trying to do to strip your freedom of play when it comes to these games, or with anything for that matter. So what I said still stands. But with this situation here is that's why Sony did it. They move in silence. They're not going to tell you exactly. But people are figuring out why they did this practice. And it could be a blessing in disguise because Sony could be making more physical medias for their games from now on. But I don't like the fact that they had to do this because one or two people can ruin the party for everybody because they want to crack the freaking game and get it for free and don't want to pay anything because they ain't got no money to pay for these games. Well, get your money up so you can pay for these games and get it physically. Get the hard copy of these games. I was always against digital purchases when it comes down to video games. I was always against it since the PS3 and Xbox 360 era, because that's where it started. Okay? I've always preached for the past decade and a half, buy physical. Okay? So that's what this is all about. Now that's being exposed. We got people who don't want to pay for nothing, want to get stuff for free. That's why I'm mad at Nintendo with the game key stuff, because you can't get your games for free. You have to always be online. So, false alarm there, but still be alert and still, find out what, whatever you like is up to, because some things are going to change for the worse if you allow it. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Hope y'all have a great day. But yeah, tune in to the next video. Hit the comment section down below. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I do a variety of videos here, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.